And also, to me, this doctor here's how it's got non-urgent. Tumours are pretty urgent. They spread really, really, really quickly. And I got one on my stomach, one on my arm, then one on my back, and you can see it on amagoodperson.com. And according to all the doctors, the healthcare, it's whinging for no reason. And then the other doctor I saw about perforated stomach ulcers, he sent a letter saying it was a non-urgent, non-necessity surgery, stomach surgery. I'm bleeding really badly and non-urgent. This is all the doctors are part of the healthcare, but yeah, someone with money, she was operated with 2 weeks. The young guy that saw me dragging my foot everywhere, he was operated in 2 weeks on his foot, and it's been half a year. And I can't even afford to see a doctor because I'm only on $60 a week because I've scabbed that much, got that many loans out that try to help my bleeding stomach ulcers. And if I don't line my stomach all the time, I can actually hemorrhage to death. You got to do something, yeah. So so all the acid, and it was 14 years ago, and I'm in shock that I can't believe the doctors are so heartless and treat me like shit. I just can't believe it. And lady next door, she's dead, one across the street and one behind me. So if you're single and you've got a crack, be very, very, very concerned, especially if you can't afford good healthcare, because the public healthcare is not a free service. They just send you away. I've been to Gosford Hospital, told me I had cancer, go home and die, instead of operating on me on bleeding stomach ulcers and and there was a tumour you could see in the barrel, and they were like looking at walls going, where, pretending they couldn't see a massive big black mass. At emmagoodperson.com, have a look for yourself. This is serious medical neglect. This is why there's so many of my neighbours that are dead. So I really need someone to help me out financially. I can't go GoFundMe. It won't let me. It says I've already done it, and I haven't. I'm not sitting, like, what the fuck? I'm sitting here with fucking tumours from my body and fucking bleeding internally, man. I've been trying to do cabbage for fucking 14 years. Why the fuck would I do that if I had to GoFundMe, man? And I've asked everyone I know, they refuse to. My so-called best friends and my own blood will not GoFundMe. My own son won't talk to me because I've got all this, and it's medical neglect. I didn't mean to bleed internally, and I did not know that the doctors were that cruel that actually watched me vomit and faint and collapse at the hospital and then kick me out. Oh, and then once the likes of me hope to achieve, kick me out, then go home and die. And then 2 doctors were laughing and laughing and laughing. Oh, I got Malanta pills. Oh, to line my stomach. I'm bleeding stomach ulcers. What the fuck? This is this is ridiculous. Yeah, and there's probably a lot of others too. And then I rang when I was first attacked by this young guy. He did this to me. The police won't even arrest him for it, and it's assault. They won't do anything. But yet I was fined a couple of $100 for these 6 girls who called me a fucking slut, and I complained for about 10 years. Constantly always call me a fucking slut. I said one thing to them and they fined me $500. But yet it's okay for the girls at the juice bar to call me a fucking mole and a beep, and this happened for 10 years. I complained to management. I said they called me a slut again. She goes, oh, security. Joe just called me a slut, when I was explaining to her. And it's on video footage. The whole lot is. Even them screaming out fucking mole, fucking slut for 10 years. I said one thing, the police have charged me. Right, but yet this can happen to me. And then the neighbours across the street call me a fucking bitch and a slut. The police made up and said that there's no kids that live there, and I had video footage of him threatening to kill me and attack me and run me over for an hour. And they still didn't do anything. They threatened to put me in jail because I wouldn't get inside like the dog I was supposed to be. They told me to get inside. And I said, I beg your pardon, don't talk to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? And they threatened to arrest me on that. Yeah, so the whole entire street can bash me, beat me. And then I had a guy break into this house and try to rape me. One tried to murder me and broke in. They didn't charge him. And then I saw him on the bus and said something, got off, called the police on me. And I was walking home and saw him getting out of the police van from Charlestown. They drove him all the way to my house knowing I lived here and that he was stalking me. This is the police force. So it's okay if you're a female and you're single to be bashed by the police, interrogated. Oh, Then I had, before Christmas, a man hit me on camera, and I had a witness too to this event, and the police refused to arrest him too as well. It was on, all this is on video camera, the whole lot. So I'm fined $500 for saying something when 6 girls called me a fucking slut for 10 years, right? Then non-urgent with bleeding stomach ulcers, go home and die, and basically treated like shit. So now, I'm basically living off air. $60 a week is not much to live off, and I don't even have enough to see a doctor. So that's why I need someone to go fund me. I've been begging people, and then I'm gonna have to put letters in everyone's letterbox. I cannot go fund me, and no one on Facebook will give me 5 cents. Yet there's girls on here, spoiled brats, that are getting $5,000 for a handbag. And I needed food, and I needed to go see a doctor because I'm dying. I'm riddled with cancer. And this guy here sent the faxes. But he won't treat me for any of them. He wants the hospital to. He won't even give me amoxicillin. All the doctors at Charlestown won't. I went to another one. That cost me nearly $100. And he turned around and put on there that I have stomach issues. They know I have bleeding stomach ulcers. I went there initially 13 years ago, and not one doctor has treated me. And I've tried to sue, and not one person will sue. I rang up the healthcare system. I complained. He said, as far as he's concerned, the healthcare system is adequate enough. I'm bleeding, stomach tumours, everything, broken ankle that they haven't operated on, non-urgent tumours and cancer, and fucking hemorrhaging internally is urgent, and a broken ankle. So I've only got the use of 1 foot, and my whole body's filled with cancer. The Cancer Society won't give me a cent. They can't do that. I don't know why, but apparently I've got cancer, but I'm not entitled to nothing. So I've got to bleed to death, and I've got to die riddled with cancer. And have a look. I am a goodperson.com at 1 x-ray. Now, I've got tumours everywhere, and the healthcare system deems me non-urgent because I'm on the pension, and not one lawyer will sue.